Welcome back. Welcome back. Real Grown Talk. Here with Ashley Santiago.
And my co-host Ari.
Ariel Limas, a.k.a. The Man.
The man with the mortgage plan.
Yep. And you're the real estate lady. So,
yeah, that's true. I am the real estate lady.
So how you doing?
I'm great.
Anything new in your life?
I'm pretty sure everyone notices.
Oh, okay. All right.
There is
all
something
right.
new in my life. I know
Cool.
that our last episode was New Year, New Us, and had some things in the works that we just happened to record right before it came into effect.
Yeah, I mean.
So I have some new stuff going on too. I'm with Century 21 Island Homes now. Woo woo.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Good for you. Good for you. A nice, upward move.
Yeah. It's been a pretty smooth transition. There's a lot of things that we kind of talked about, like with you last time.
Well, which is funny because we didn't plan this.
No, it was not planned.
But it just kind of happened.
It was
the way
a right
happened.
move for not just my career, but my team. Obviously, I announced last time we're starting a team,
Mm-hmm.
the Malama Group, and this was just a good move for us and for our clients.
Yeah.
We're working with a larger team. We have like 50 agents here, and that's just with our office, right? Not including other Century 21 offices. And so it's a really good network for any of our clients, buyers or sellers. From the seller's perspective, the pool of clients that we have now is a lot larger, right?
Awesome.
And same kind of thing for our buyers. The houses that we have available is a lot more now for our clients. So it's really, really cool.
Yeah. I mean, I also think that's super important when you do work in such a large scale of agents. You guys can have double-sided deals all the time because you have a buyer and then all of a sudden you have this readily available
right, and it just makes it
with
faster.
Exactly.
It's just so much faster, right? We have all these houses in our inventory that we have available right away, and then we have all of these pre-qualified clients, but amongst all of us
Exactly.
that really adds up. And so it's really huge for our our listers, right? Any of our sellers out there. The client base that we have is huge, but not just that. Because we are Century 21, it's not just a local presence that we have. It's not even just a national presence that we have. It's actually a global presence.
Yeah.
So when we do get a listing, like Century 21 is making websites for your property all over the world in different languages, different currencies. So your property is being promoted more than just here in Hawaii, which is
a lot more exposure.
Yeah, it's huge.
That's pretty awesome. I actually remember I told you I was an agent. I used to work for Century 21 for a little while.
Okay.
And I remember that, which is pretty cool because when you told me you were going to C21, I'm like, oh, I know the ins and outs of it for a little while at least.
Right. You know how it works, right? And
yeah.
You're right from onboarding, you're being exposed to everything they have to offer right away because they're trying to get you more fluent, well-versed in their system. So even if you were there shortly, you have a pretty good idea of all of the resources really that are available. So it's really cool.
Which is great. And, you can kind of grow your business that way with the help of C21.
Yeah.
And then, you can kind of set up also your own events and things like that, right?
Yep. So it gives us a lot of freedom to put on our own events and do, get out there in the community a little bit more. So we have some stuff coming up that we're really excited about.
Cool.
We've got some events planned for March. We've got something planned for April. And we really just want to be out there, meeting the people, hanging out, and just becoming friends.
Yeah.
Becoming friends with the community.
And also educate people.
Yeah.
Right?
The whole thing of hanging out with everyone is we want to be your friends, and we want you to be as educated as our friends are. Like, my best friends probably know so much about real estate because I don't stop talking about it.
Once I got into the loan side of things, I started learning what you can and can't do. As an agent, you learn so much, and then it kind of caps off because you don't know the ins and out of how a loan works. Right. So now I do. All my family is asking me all these questions.
Yeah.
Like, how do I do this? I'm going to buy a second home. How much do I need? So my whole family just knows a lot more, and I want to bring that to more people.
Yeah, to everyone. And everyone that we can.
I think our approach is similar in that we don't want to make it a PowerPoint presentation like, oh, you got to listen to this. You got to this. It's like more of a conversation to say, let's listen to you. What do you want?
Yes.
What do you want to do? How can we help you? How can we help you grow?
Right.
Right.
Right. And really, like, to really tackle the things that people, the issues that people really have, like these common issues, because many people have the same feelings. If you're having any kind of doubts or anything that's, holding you back, there's a lot of people out there that feel the same way as you and have the same doubts that you have. So it's like really kind of getting down to those myths and having people comfortable enough to say those doubts that they have, not to feel like, just give them a space to actually speak, right? We don't want to just talk at them. We want them to talk to us too.
Absolutely.
And that's what we're big on.
And even if you're not the person asking the question, if you're there, maybe somebody's asking the question that you wanted answered, right?
Right.
So you're like, okay, I don't want to ask, but at the same time, you're there to get that knowledge. And that's why I think I love working with you.
Yeah,
because we have that same approach where let's educate people first, and then we'll find them a home. Let's see what you want to do. The plan, like we always say, there's always going to be a plan for what we do and kind of how we guide our clients.
Yeah, we're going to come up with that strategy, but it starts with education. Education is key.
And I think, the seminars and the events that you guys are doing is awesome. It's exciting. Thanks, and I'm glad to be a part of it, and just kind of being there is... Yeah. It's cool to witness, to be honest with you, because I've seen, you and the people in your team grow.
Yeah. And you know what? We appreciate the support.
Yeah. I mean, that's why we're here.
But it's so fun that we get to kind of do this together, right? I kind of got licensed and you kind of became a loan officer right around the same time. Like, we're around, but like we kind of became official around the same time,
right.
So we've been able to kind of do this together, and it's been really, really cool. Yeah.
Just the exchange of knowledge.
Yeah.
Has been fun. And then just working with you guys. You guys are a fun group.
Thanks.
Like to have a few cocktails here and there, a couple of jokes and poke a little jabs and stuff like that, which is cool. That's why I think it's important to also add that into your business. You want to be professional, right?
Yeah.
But then you also want to make someone feel relaxed.
Yeah, feel like at home. You know, like. Sorry, but if you're in my family, like, if we're not making fun of you, then we probably just don't care about
That's
you.
That's 100% true. I was listening to something.
If you're going to come around and hang with us, you got to be able to take cracks.
Exactly. I was listening to something about how Latinos are not easily bullied.
Oh, yeah.
And it's because their family just bullies you starting off as a kid. And you're just like, oh, hey, Gordo. Gordo means like fat. And you're like, and then you go to school and someone's like, hey, fat kid. Like, hey, how do you know my nickname? Like,
you're like, oh, they think I'm cute.
I know, exactly. Like, yeah, something's going on, like, it's pretty cool. It's honestly, like, I never thought of it that way. But I mean, just growing up and people try to like bully me or whatever, and I'm like, I make it a joke, and they're like, what the hell's wrong? I'm trying to make fun of you.
Bullying people, but like we make it a fun time.
Not bullying, just poking,
I know what you mean though.
Poking fun, which is cool.
Yeah, it's always fun. It's always fun. We're a hilarious group of people.
Yeah,
it's fun when we get to so we have our first seminar coming up tomorrow, actually, right? And so it's fun because we get to start out with education. We start out by meeting everybody, right? And then we're going to get into a little education. But then when we get to relax and hang out after that, we kind of get to be ourselves. We're like networking with the people. We're making jokes.
That's how you make the connection.
Yeah.
That's where you honestly build the trust, I think. Yeah. When you're sitting there talking over, a glass of wine or even without drinking. Just
well, there has to be food though, in my opinion.
Food, oh yeah.
We have to break bread, or else.
That's part of it. Like, think of any sort of big deal or whatever. It's always breaking bread, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna do a deal with the client.
Yeah, like
break bread.
Come to our seminar, get the food.
Yeah.
Because it's not just about free food; it's about breaking bread.
Yeah. And it's cool because you guys are gonna be doing this a couple times a year, right?
Yeah. Well, so we have one seminar a month planned for the year, and then we'll pretty much be doing other outside events here and there. At least one like team planned activity every month where we can meet the community. So, in March we're actually bringing on Bikes and Brunch.
Ooh.
March 19th. So that's going to be a motorcycle cruise around the island. We're going to end at a brunch spot, and it's really just a way for everyone to get out and meet us and just do something that we love doing. If you're a motorcyclist, you're passionate about it.
That's
Trust
cool.
me. You are
That's really
definitely
cool.
passionate if you're riding a motorcycle.
I might
So
have to get one.
just for the ride, you got
Just for the, I mean, I can rent one, I guess.
You could, but you could buy one.
I could. I mean, I don't know. I gotta talk to my girlfriend.
Yeah. Maybe just rent one for the day then.
Maybe I'll just get a moped. I'll just rent a moped.
It's gonna be tough on the freeway, but
Oh, we're going freeway?
dude, we're going around. We're going around. Yeah, we got a route planned. We've got some road guards planned to come in, so it's gonna be pretty official, and it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Wow. So no moped.
I mean,
Well, because I was thinking you can, because I have illegally ridden my moped from in town all the way to North Shore
on the freeway.
on the Poly.
Oh my god.
I had a souped up moped.
Oh, okay.
And it went like 60 miles an hour.
But uphill to the Poly, really?
Yeah. I was flying just with my hat on, like, and people were like looking at me, like they had to like look to the left real quick, and they're like, "What the heck?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, but I was flying. It was fun. It took about 2 hours though.
You went the long way.
Oh, I hugged the coast.
Yeah, I mean that's a nice ride though.
It was amazing.
I would ride there 2 hours.
It was me and 4 of my friends.
That's so
all
awesome.
on our mopeds.
And like, when can you ever say you did that ever again? Like, that's it. That's a YOLO kind of thing.
It was awesome.
Like, you only live once, man. You got to just do it.
It was amazing.
That's cool.
I had a little moped gang.
That's cool,
like
man.
7 years ago.
Hey.
Not a real gang, but you know.
Yeah. So I hear mopeds, scooters, they're real big.
Oh,
so like sometimes you'll see organized rides. There's like 100 people riding mopeds down the main road. It's pretty cool.
It's pretty awesome.
It's a whole culture.
But that's awesome because I haven't seen that in terms of real estate.
Yeah.
So that's a whole nother market you're tapping into.
Yeah, well, it's just, it's something that I'm passionate about. Renell is on our team. He's also another motorcycle enthusiast. And so we want to do something for our people. It's a big part of our lives.
That's cool. I mean, I like that.
Yeah. And I mean, ultimately, you need a place to park your bike, right?
Yeah. You don't want to park it on the street.
Yeah. So
you get a house.
You need a house. Yeah. So
or a condo with some parking,
Yeah.
Covered parking.
Someplace safe to keep your baby at night.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you have a motorcycle.
Yes.
It's a bad joke.
I got it, but
nah, I know. Your baby was a motorcycle. I got it. I got you.
Yeah. I know it's confusing because I have actual children, but
you do?
Yeah.
I thought you just had motorcycles. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But that's awesome. I want to do something similar to that. Obviously, not motorcycles, but like something in the music aspect.
Yeah.
Because I love music.
Yeah.
And who doesn't love music?
And it's a great way to gather.
Yeah.
Music is an amazing thing that brings a room together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that's super exciting that you're doing that. You're moving over to C21 and you got your group, and I know the group, it's close knit and a lot of exciting things coming up, which is exciting for us, the team here at, Lone Depot, getting our exposure out there because we also just kind of moved over. So that's exciting to get both of our, we're like on the same track again.
Yeah.
We're growing kind of hand in hand together, which is cool.
Experiencing growth. I love the whole Veterans Mortgage Source educational marketing.
No,
outlook.
it's incredible. Like I said, that's my pitch to people is like, you don't have to buy a house, but I want to educate you because you might tell somebody else.
Yeah.
And that's basically how you network, right?
And like, there's nothing worse than like, okay, you might not be ready to buy a house here, but at least we can give you the tools whenever you do get where you're going, right? Mm-hmm. That you at least know some of the right questions to ask. You might not remember every little detail or every little thing that we talked about, but
right.
At least you've heard it maybe once or twice or a few times, depending on how many things you come out to, or if you listen to us on here, right? We always try to use proper terms.
Absolutely.
And like get people like more well versed in the real estate industry in general. Mm-hmm. So it's it's helpful. There's nothing worse than someone who comes here, has all these opportunities, they don't really take any opportunity that's presented to them, and then they do decide one day like, oh, you know what, I should do this, and then they realize like, dang, actually those people were trying to help me, and I know nothing still, and I could have known. And I could have been doing that. Like, that's what happened to me. I could have been buying houses way sooner, but I was like 20 years old. I didn't care.
Yeah. But that's the thing. Like, we just talked to a client here recently, and he's a younger guy.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like had his stuff all together.
This
like,
kid is squared
like,
away.
Dude, you're
I mean,
good.
if you had a son, this is what you want him to be. He's like in the military. He's already got a leadership role. He's only been in a few years.
Yep.
He's paid down all of his debts, and he literally just bought what he needed, like nothing in excess, and then he's paid it all off. And he's like, oh yeah, you know what? I get money every month for housing, and I just don't want to waste it on rent. So I think I'm gonna buy a place.
Yeah.
You know,
what 20-something-year-old gonna say that?
So
like,
incredible.
I want to get a new car.
I know. I was blown away when I met him. Like,
but that's the type of person that I want to like grab and then have them tell their friends, because they're gonna hear it a little better from their friends,
right?
But then they'll get the professional version from us,
right?
Like, hey, talk to Ari and Ashley, and they told me about this, and then like, oh, cool, and then we got like 5 other people, and then 5 other people, then 5 other people.
Yeah, and like I'm sure he's a mentor to his peers. He's a pretty stand-up guy, and he's doing everything he needs to do at a very young age. And so, like, for me, it's not just grabbing the person who's like that already, but also helping shape people into that. Because no matter what age we are, we can still be like, some people just are moving at different paces than others, or some people just have different life experience and puts them in a different position. So it doesn't really matter your age whenever you're trying to get it together and get all of your stuff in place to get there. Like, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish I had a time machine to go back and do all the other things, but at the same time, I wouldn't be literally sitting right here.
Right.
If I didn't have the experiences and everything that I did in the past,
right, I
literally would not be here.
It's true.
So everyone's like, I wish I had a time machine. Like, your life would be totally different. You might not even be you.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's kind of crazy to kind of take those experiences and then learn from them.
Yep.
And then pass it on. That's why I like to just educate people.
Pass it on.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah, man. That's the best, sharing it.
Yeah. And you always got to be learning. Learning
dude,
and
always.
Growing and just continuing to be better.
Yeah.
Complacency is dangerous.
That's one of the things that I love about Century 21 is that, like, there's so much resources to learn.
Mm-hmm.
It's as much or as little as you want. Like, I can travel to get training if I want to, stuff that's not here. And that's all that's without having to seek outside, elements. It's really just within Century 21. And that's one of the things I really love about it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting. I mean, I'm glad we're growing kind of on the same path, which is funny. We didn't plan it, but
I know it's totally unplanned, but we're synchronized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's cool though, because a lot of other people in my life are kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah, you know what?
Kind of get that energy
It's the season.
It is.
Yeah, it's the season of growth, not just for us, but for all of you.
That's right. But yeah, well, I'm glad we got to talk about this today.
Yeah, man, me too.
And I'm excited about the events and exciting about your group and all the things we're going to do.
Yeah.
And all the people we're going to help and all the people we're going to educate.
Absolutely. And you can definitely find me and Ari on the streets these days because we're out here connecting with everybody.
Absolutely. We're definitely out there, and we'll do the seminars. And if you guys follow us, we'll put links in our bio for some of the seminars or some of the events we'll do, so we can do that, right?
Yeah. Whenever you see our stuff coming up, obviously, if you're watching this, you probably follow us online already. But if you don't, go and follow us because we do share. And always just go to our Eventbrite and our SVP so we know to look for your smiling face when you come.
Absolutely.
We always have the link set up for everyone to come participate, and we like to see who's coming so we can know to expect you.
Yep. And make sure there's food for you.
Well, we always have way too much food, but
that's true.
We always have way too much food.
Well, awesome. I'm excited, and I'm glad that we had this episode.
Man. This was really fun.
Yeah. Well,
it was a really good one. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Please.
Yes.
Follow us on IG right there.
Yep.
And then we're on
all major platforms: YouTube, Spotify, Google, Apple, all the big ones. There's some little ones that we're on too that probably people do use. They say people use them. I don't know.
And if you do follow us, share.
Yeah, share.
Share. We appreciate it. We want to get the word out, educate people, and And if you guys have questions, let us know and we'll answer them on the podcast.
Yeah, you can ask in the comments and we'll answer them on the show.
Cool.
All right.
All right.
Bye, guys. Bye.